Hi, this is Drew with Daniels Ag Services with your morning report. Markets all finished up higher yesterday, and they're mixed so far this morning. This morning you've got corn and beans trading higher, while wheat are slightly lower on the day. We got crop progress released yesterday, so let's grab the whiteboard, and we will take a look at it. So let me get up here close, that way you can see what we've got on the whiteboard. All right. So first we're going to go over planting progress. Corn came in at 19% complete versus 6% last week. That was lower than the trade was expecting. The trade was expecting anywhere between 20 to 25% yesterday. Definitely came in below expectations. We've had some areas that have been making good progress, but the cool and wet weather has just kind of hindered progress elsewhere. That's why we're coming in a little lower than expected. Cool and wet weather is forecast also this week, so it's not likely we'll make just huge leaps and bounds moving forward. But as we've noted here before, we planted 40% in 1 week last week, so it's a little too early to get overly concerned about the planting progress right now. Beans, this is the first week we got beans data. Bean planting progress came in at 3% complete. The 5-year average is 4%, so we're kind of right on the 5-year average for that. And then wheat planting progress came in at 18% versus 8% last week. Corn emerged. We finally got some corn emerged data. This is the first time we've got it. We got 3% of the corn crop has emerged. That's versus 6% for the 5-year average. So we're lagging a little bit on the 5-year average, but not by just a ton. And then wheat, we got the spring wheat at 5% emerged versus 9% on the 5-year average. This is also the first time we got spring wheat data. So again, the planting progress for wheat, by the way, was spring wheat as well, obviously. And then lastly, all we've got to go over is winter wheat condition ratings. Came in at 33% yesterday. That's versus 34% last week. Poor to very poor, gained that 1% that the good to excellent lost. So winter wheat crop still in a little bit of trouble and continuing to decline as far as condition ratings go. And then as far as headed, came in at 18% versus 9% last week. So that covers the crop progress data. We'll get the exact same data we went over this week. Next week we won't have anything new to go over based on what the USDA told us to expect for next week's figures. So that is, we'll go over the same things next week for you. Moving forward today, same issues are out there. We got cool, wet weather in the Midwest, definitely affecting planting progress. Could see that support corn moving forward, but as noted, we can see the crop getting the ground very quickly. So it's way too early to get too overzealous in thinking that it's going to send the market extremely higher. Get the crop in the ground pretty quickly. Too early to be thinking about yield loss due to late planting. We'll have to see how the weather pans out moving forward. So that's what it'll continue to be. We're obviously planting soybeans now. We went over planting progress with that. The focus will stay on U.S. weather here and how things move forward as far as planting progress go in corn and beans. And then wheat, still some dryness over in the plains. We've got a hard red winter wheat tour going on right now. We'll have some data for you on that starting tomorrow, and we'll keep you updated with that. Situation over in Ukraine could help support the market as well. So really not a whole lot has changed. Weather's the main thing, and then also the situation over in the Black Sea region. So that's all we've got for today. If you've got any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.
This material is conveyed as a solicitation for entering into a derivatives transaction. This material has been prepared by a Daniels Ag Services broker who provides research, market commentary, and trade recommendations as part of his or her solicitation for accounts and solicitation for trades. Daniels Ag Services, its principals, brokers, and employees may trade in derivatives for their own accounts or for the accounts of others. Due to various factors, such as risk tolerance, margin requirements, trading objectives, short-term versus long-term strategies, technical versus fundamental market analysis, and other factors, such trading may result in the initiation or liquidation of positions that are different from or contrary to the opinions and recommendations contained therein. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future performance. The risk of loss in trading futures contracts or commodity options can be substantial, and therefore, investors should understand the risks involved in taking leveraged positions and must assume responsibility for the risks associated with such investments and for their results. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. You should read the risk disclosure accessed at www.danielsagservices.com. Daniels Ag Services is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, newsletter, or similar service. Daniels Ag Services does not guarantee or verify any performance claims made by such systems or services.